I'm Erin and this is Danny and the littlest member of our family River. We are making our way around Australia with our home in tow. Subscribe to follow along and keep up to date with our adventures.
Hey guys, so we're just here at the Crystal Creek Campground. Just thought I'd do a bit of a talk about our caravan and our renovation on it. So yeah, it's a 2002 Olympic 1000, it's 17-foot caravan. Now the total weight with everything in it is just on 1600 kilos. Originally purchased for $11,500 and spent about $3,500 doing it up. So that includes putting 700 watts of solar on the roof, a 280 amp hour lithium phosphate battery, a 2000 watt inverter. We pulled all the flooring up, put new vinyl plank flooring down, reupholstered all the seats, repainted like all the walls, all the cabinetry, everything on the roof, everything. Yeah, so basically we just do the cooking with the gas and everything else I'd run off the battery. I haven't plugged into power for about a month. It's all fully off-grid capable. But yeah, we'll do a bit of a tour of the inside and show you all that, and a bit of a run through everything in a bit more detail. So yeah, stick around. So this is the area we're going to put River's bed. We're going to rip out all this, rip things out. We measured up this area and his mattress we already have will fit in this area, so we're just going to use that mattress. Saves like getting custom made bedding and everything, so that'd be really good. We'll rip all this back area off. I have to do it without trying to damage the laminate at the same time. There's two. So that's done. We got rid of all the backing along here and all the padding, ripped all that off. Now as you can notice there's lots of screws hanging out of the walls and there's like gaps in the laminate etc. here. So we're going to have to pull these screws out and patch up all this and then sand it and paint it. It should come up pretty good though when it's done. So we just went down to Bunnings and got some primer and some paint. So we're just going to start pulling parts of the cupboards off at a time and sand them back and give them a little paint. Hopefully spruce them up a bit. First cupboard door done. Take this off, give it a bit of a sand, and then we'll put a bit of paint on it. Planning on painting the entire cabinetry and all the walls in here, so it's going to take a while. Okay, I've got all the cupboards off this now, so I'm going to give all the walls a sand with some sandpaper before we coat it with some primer. River's just taped this up for us, the mirrors, so we don't get any paint on it. Haven't you, River? Done a good job there. Erin's just hand sanded all of these and she's going to put a coat of primer on these now. River's just taking the last screw out here. Oh mate, you keep doing it, you almost got it. Are you alright? So I'm going to rip up all this carpet and then rip up all the vinyl down here. I'm going to put some new vinyl all the way through it. Hey guys, so I removed all the carpet, the vinyl and all the cupboard doors. And I've also painted 2 coats of primer and I'm about to do the first coat of the top coat now.
So I'll show you around inside. So we didn't replace any of the cabinetry or the sink or the cooktop. It was all in pretty good condition and the colours weren't too bad, but we've just obviously repainted everything. But yeah, so all the cabinetry is the same. The one thing that we did replace in the kitchen was the mixer on the sink. So we took out the old, it had like one of those old little skinny ones. It was super flimsy. It was super hard to wash up and actually get things underneath. So we've put in a good mixer. So we don't have hot water, but on the back it's to the tank, and then if you switch it forwards, that's when we have a hose connection. So we've kind of got the both connections just through the one mixer. So the other things that we replaced in the kitchen was we put in a new fridge. Danny will talk a bit more about all this inverter and fridge stuff later when he does his, but we've put in the new fridge. It's electric, so it runs on electricity, not gas. We also switched out the microwave, just brought our microwave from home. It looks a bit nicer and it fit perfectly in. So that's all the kitchen. So then moving to the living area. So this used to be another couch, which we've ripped out the couch and we've replaced it with a bed for River. So we've kept the nice backing, we just reupholstered that, and then yeah, he fits perfectly in this area. It's all his teddies and all his stuff. We just got the rail there because he's only 3, he does roll out, so that keeps him in. And yeah, so he's got his same mattress as what he had back at home, so he's super comfy and it works really well. We find that there's still enough seating even with that out, just because it is only the 3 of us, we still all fit around the other seating easy enough. So this is then the, I guess you would say, dining table, living area, workspace for Danny. So we've just reupholstered the couch, and that's about it really. Everything else is still the original table. We haven't changed any of that, just put in new coverings on the couch. You'll see this guy here. So this screen, Danny bolted in to the bench top, and so it swivels around, so when he's working he can turn it and have it facing towards him, or we can also turn it around if we're laying in bed to watch movies on. So that's actually really handy having that. It's kind of like having a little TV, but just lots of multi-purpose, and you can use it, or even River, if he's sitting in bed we can put it on and he can watch a movie from sitting in bed, so that's been really handy too. And then down to our bedroom. Again, we haven't changed too much. We did put a new mattress in because the mattress that came with the Caravan was super hard and super uncomfortable, so we put our double bed mattress from home in. And then we just put new blinds, like new roller blinds on all the windows, little like things like a little hook for the hats. So the bed does open and we have full understorage of the bed, and the toilet actually has a little door that it just slides into as well. We don't store much under the bed just for weight issues that we've had with the Caravan, so it's pretty much empty under there, just a couple of spare towels. There's not much there really. So you'll notice with the flooring, I think it had old vinyl on the kitchen bit, and then it had carpet in the bedroom. So we've ripped all of that up and just replaced it with just vinyl the whole way through. So it's amazing just how much like little changes make such a big difference overall. Like we didn't, you see the people that totally gut the Caravans and yeah, they come up awesome. But if you're on a limited budget, you can actually make it quite nice just with, a limited amount of spending.
Yes, as Erin was saying before, we replaced the fridge. It used to have a 3-way fridge. Like the 3-way fridges run on gas, 240 and 12 volt. I'm not really a fan of them. They take about like at least a whole day or 2 days sometimes to cool down. I think it's these are better because these can run on different angles too. With a 3-way gas fridge, you've got to have them perfectly level or they don't run very well. With the compressor fridges, which is what this is, they can run on like an angle and it doesn't really affect them too much. Also, they cool down really quickly. You don't have to worry about getting gas all the time because the 3-way fridges don't run very good on 12 volt. They use a lot of power. Well, these are very efficient on 12 volt. So this uses only like 45 watts or something when it is actually running. So it uses very minimal power. So they're very good. Not very expensive either. I got this on like a sale. It's only $280 for a brand new 12 volt compressor fridge. So it's been really good. I hasn't had any issues with it. So we're stoked with that. Also up here we got the microwave. Originally it had just a standard 800 watt microwave in it. The reason I used the one from home was because this one's an inverter microwave. So like the power ramps up slowly instead of just suddenly going bang, hitting it. So it's a lot better on your power system. So it's a lot easier for it to handle. Also uses less power, more efficient. So yeah, that's good on that. Also down here, I put these switches in here. So this is a switch to turn the inverter on. So we can turn the inverter on and off inside the van. So the inverter, what it does is converts the 12 volt from the battery into 240 volts. So you can run your regular appliances, or you can run the microwave off grid. So, and also like for blenders, any other sort of 240 volt appliances you have, like stick mixers, blenders, or microwaves, or whatever you want to do. So, and this other little screen here, that is my battery monitor. So I have a shunt that runs off the negative pole on the lithium battery, and this shows me how much power is going in and out of the battery, how many watts, and it also gives me a total, so the voltage and also the total of I can reset the total amp hours used. So that's a good way just to monitor what's happening with my battery system. Around the front of the caravan here, so we got our main battery system installed. So I open this flap here. Under here, so this is where all my main power setup stuff is. So this is a DC to DC charger as well as a solar charger. So this can run charge from the car and also the solar panels up to 50 amps. Over here we've got a 2000 watt inverter. So this is a Renji 2000 watt inverter, so that powers all the 240 volt appliances running from the battery. Yeah, so I've got a 280 amp hour lithium phosphate battery which I made myself out of, I just brought 4 of the individual cells and this BMS. And this BMS connects to each individual cell in the battery and monitors it. It's important to have a BMS on lithium phosphate batteries, otherwise they can easily get damaged, because if one of the cell voltages gets too high or too low, it can damage them. Yeah, so on the roof, up the top here on the roof, I've got 700 watts of solar. So I've got one big 400 watt glass panel, and I've also got 3 100 watt flexible panels. The reason I originally used flexible ones is because they're really light, so they only weigh 2 kilos each. And whereas the glass ones are a lot heavier. So that glass one weighs about 21 kilos, but it's 400 watts. The other 3 ones are only 2 kilos each. So all up it's about close to 30 kilos worth of solar panels on the roof. So yeah, that keeps us going pretty good. So I wired up everything myself. So it was good to do it myself because you kind of learn a lot in the process, and I know how to fix anything if it breaks or anything like that. And it saves a lot of money too. Like, it came out a lot cheaper, especially making your own lithium phosphate battery. The problem is you don't have a warranty. That's the only thing. So if something fails on it, it's all on you. For the other stuff you do, for like inverter, you still have a warranty. If that fails, obviously you can get a warranty on that. But if you do your own lithium phosphate battery, there's basically no warranty on it. So that's the only disadvantage, but you can save a lot of money and you also learn a lot in the process. So yeah, it's worth doing, I think.